Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you have had a wonderful week. I have caught a cold, so excuse me if I sound a little breathy and I'm breathing through my nose. Not breathing through my nose, I'm breathing through my mouth. I will do my best to sound normal, but we have a really drafty house and we had a few rainstorms come through, and every time this happens, every time we get the winds, I end up catching a cold. So I will do my best. I hope you enjoyed my last video where I talked about two of the most life-changing changes that I've made in my life. And today I want to get into 8 more ways that have improved my life for the better, and these ways are totally free. If you want to hear more about what I used to struggle with, the health problems I used to have, and the health problems that I don't have anymore, go back to that video and watch it. I'll link it at the very end. But as I mentioned so many times in the previous video, so many things that we can do for our health, for a better lifestyle, for better changes, are often free things that we can do. And a lot of these things just involve slowing down your life, simplifying your life, going back out to nature, and really just tuning into your body and listening to what your body says. Because contrary to popular belief, our bodies are self-healing and they really do strive to keep us well and alive. Our body gives us lots of clues as to what's going on and what it needs. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get through these next 8 things as quick and thorough as possible because it's a lot, but they are very simple changes and very, very beneficial for our bodies. So the first way to change your health for the better this year is to learn to intuitively eat. So pay attention to the cravings that you are having. Our cravings are like the dashboard on a car. And when our body needs more of something, it will tell us by sending desires for whatever food contains the nutrients that it needs. So for an example, if you're craving dairy, then your body probably wants calcium. I know with my pregnancy right now, if I don't drink raw milk for a few days because we run out, I start craving anything and everything that has dairy in it. Another very common craving is sugar, for an example. If you're craving sugar, especially after meals, you probably need more carbs in your meals, more healthy carbs, and you probably need to eat more as well. Cravings for chocolate or for coffee might mean that your body is deficient in magnesium or copper. And craving cheese might mean that your body needs more saturated fats. So just pay attention to what you're craving and find foods, look up foods that you're craving and what they contain, and satisfy those cravings in healthy ways. As you eat healthier, you will notice that you will crave healthy foods that directly satisfy your body's cravings. The next way to change your health for the better is to eat seasonally. Eating seasonally means eating produce that is ripe when it is harvested. Most of the produce in our grocery store is harvested far from ripe to give it enough time to be processed, packaged, shipped, and distributed. Produce that is grown out of season to be available year-round is usually treated with chemicals or heat to ripen it artificially. Although unfortunately, produce that is picked when it's not ripe, it can't continue to ripen naturally without the soil and the sun, so it's deficient in essential nutrients that it would otherwise have if it was to ripen naturally. Produce grown out of season is also sprayed with more pesticides and preservatives that keep it fresh until it's purchased. And most produce is also covered in that sticky, waxy substance that doesn't come off no matter how long you wash it for, to protect it from bacteria during the transportation process. Seasonal produce is picked at its peak ripeness. It is far more nutritious and far more delicious. It is naturally tailored to your region, to your climate, and to the environment you live in. It naturally contains the nutrients that you need for that season and that climate that you are in. For an example, spring produce helps us to detox our bodies as it prepares to go into spring and summer. Summer produce keeps us hydrated and protected in the sun. Fall produce helps us transition from the warmer months into the colder months and is full of immune boosting properties. And winter produce supports our immune system to protect us from sickness. There is a really great website called seasonalfoodguide.org that I will link in the description box below the video, that you can put in where you live and it will give you all the current seasonal produce so you know exactly what to buy when you go grocery shopping. When you need to buy something that's not in season, buying it frozen is a really great option because frozen fruits and vegetables are picked when they are ripe, because obviously they can't continue to ripen when they're frozen. So these frozen fruits and vegetables contain much more nutrients than buying produce that's out of season. Number 3 is not overhydrating. We've all been told at some point to drink 8 glasses of water a day. We've heard that drinking more water reduces skin problems, slows down aging, helps with weight loss, and so on. It is important to stay hydrated, especially since most of our body is water, but overhydrating, drinking too much water, actually flushes out essential minerals that your body needs to stay hydrated and leads to dehydration. The best thing that you can do is drink to thirst. Pay attention to your body and its needs. Don't just drink water because somebody told you that you need to drink this certain amount. Our body needs water to survive, and it will tell you how much you need. If you feel like you're drinking lots of water and you're peeing a lot and you're still really thirsty, then add some minerals to your water, like some good quality salt to your water to remineralize it, and you will probably feel a lot more hydrated after that. Number 4 is wear comfortable clothing. I remember in my teenage years when I would be on my period, I was always like nauseous until I would unbutton my pants or wear something looser. I would also feel nauseous if I ate something and I was bloated and I was wearing tight clothing. And as soon as I would unbutton my jeans, it was just immediate relief. All of these are indicators that the clothing that you are wearing is too tight for your body's needs. As females, we have a stomach and we have reproductive organs. Our bodies shift and change daily according to what we eat and how we eat, according to how much we sleep, according to our stress, and most importantly, according to our fertility cycle. Tight, restricting clothing can restrict blood flow to the rest of your body, which can lead to blood clotting, numbness, swelling, and even varicose veins. Wearing tight clothing can cause acid reflux. Wearing tight clothing literally pushes acid up to cause heartburn. Wearing tight clothing puts pressure on your intestines and your stomach and can lead to indigestion and bloating, constipation, and gassiness. It can cause heat and moisture to build up in the vaginal area and prevent air circulation. This can all lead to yeast infections, to vaginal irritation, and bacterial vaginosis, and can directly impact fertility. It can interfere with diaphragmatic breathing, which is deep breathing that plays a vital role in many functions of your body. It can cause back pain due to the imbalance between the waist and abdominal muscles. And last but not least, it can interfere with your body's natural changes, as I mentioned before, such as your stomach naturally expanding and your reproductive organs shifting. Like I said before, and I'll probably say again, pay attention to how your body feels when you put on certain clothing. If it feels restricting, if you can't breathe deeply and normally, If you can't move flexibly, it's probably too tight. If it's uncomfortable in any way, it's too tight. This also goes for bras as well, which is a whole different topic on the problems that can be caused by tight bras. I'm even conscious right now in my pregnancy of the clothing that I wear. I have been wearing dresses, mostly dresses, for the past year. I've worn jeans probably no more than 5 times in the last year, and regretted it every single time because the discomfort that comes with it. But right now we're in colder months and I wear sweatpants mostly at home. And I've noticed that if they are getting too tight, my pelvis really starts hurting, my ligaments start hurting, and as soon as I put on a dress, the pain just goes away. Our body needs to shift, our ligaments need to shift, and this is so important in pregnancy, to be mindful of the clothing that you wear, to allow your body to expand and shift for your growing baby and as your body prepares for birth. Some tips for dressing more consciously are buying looser clothing and wearing a belt with it, because you can loosen your belt throughout the day depending on your body's needs that day. Choose fabrics and materials that naturally expand, such as ribbed material. These have been in style for a while now and they're pretty easy to find, and they're really great because you can buy body hugging clothing, but it will expand according to your body's needs. Choose natural fabrics such as cotton and linen, because these are breathable and they prevent moisture buildup. This is especially great for underwear. And like I mentioned before, dresses are your best friend. They're amazing. There are so many different styles these days, so many colors and fits and patterns, and you just can't go wrong with the dress. Once you start wearing dresses, it's just really hard to go back to anything else, especially when you are so mindful of your body's needs. The next way to change your health for the better is kind of ironic because that's not what you hear this time of the year, but it's not over exercising. The importance of exercise is something that we've heard constantly throughout our life. And it is really important. But in reality, if you are not in a healthy state right now, it could be causing more harm than good. Exercise is a form of stress for our bodies. And if our body is undernourished and overstressed, then it could lead our body to a worse state than before. If you are undernourished and overstressed, focus on nourishing and healing your body, especially with the 2 ways that I mentioned in the last video, and on minimizing stress. Choose light forms of exercise such as walking and stretching to move your body without stressing it out more and to give you the benefits of movement. Once you are in a safe and nourished state, your body will let you know when it's ready for more intense exercise. And like I said, the key here is just listening to your body. Your body will tell you. Number 6 is spending time in the sun with no sunscreen. This is very controversial, but hear me out. For most of our lives, if not all, we've heard that the sun is dangerous and to stay away and cover up as much as possible. But in reality, the sun is a gift to us, and it is so important for our health. Some benefits that we receive from sun exposure are: it decreases blood pressure, it stimulates the body to make vitamin D, it improves the mood and energy levels, it improves brain function and sleep quality, and it enhances the immune system. Sunscreens block out ultraviolet B, in other words, UVB rays, because they are what cause sunburn. But our bodies need UVB rays to make our own vitamin D, which is obviously, as we know, essential for our health and what everybody seems to lack these days. Start slow with sun exposure and build up your tolerance every single day by adding 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on many factors, including your skin and the time of day. Avoid being out in the sun during peak hours, which usually is 11 to 3, but could be earlier and till later than that. I personally enjoy the morning sunshine the most. Number 7 is something that we probably hate hearing, but it's so important, and it is getting quality sleep. Inadequate sleep leads to a long list of problems that we don't want. These problems include weight gain, ADHD in adults, cancer, high blood pressure, constant fatigue, heart attack, and mental impairment. Yes, sleep really is that important and vital for our health. How much is enough sleep? For most, it's 7 to 9 hours, but every person is differently, and your body will tell you how much sleep you need. It can change depending on what season you're in, on your fertility cycle, and the amount of stress that you are under. For an example, I usually am okay with 9 hours of sleep, but right now with my pregnancy, I feel best with 10 hours of sleep, which is insane because 10 hours is a lot. But I find that if I wake up any earlier than that, I am tired and have low energy throughout the day. If I sleep more than that, it's the same thing. But if I get just around 10 hours of sleep, I wake up and I feel so great and so energized. And I'm choosing to honor that because that is what my body needs right now. Some tips for quality sleep are not eating a full meal right before bed, but also not going to sleep hungry. And this is what I talk about in my last video of the benefit of eating a balanced snack about 30 minutes before you go to sleep to nourish your body before you fast, because we are obviously not eating overnight and our body is basically fasting. Now, this is different if you are a breastfeeding mom, especially if you have an infant and you're breastfeeding throughout the night. Then you probably need to eat balanced snacks throughout the night to stay nourished and energized and to have quality sleep in between the wake-ups. Avoid screens first thing in the morning and about 2 to 3 hours before bed. Melatonin is a hormone that our body produces in response to darkness. It plays a crucial role in controlling our sleep cycle, in cancer protection, and in our body's self-repair. It helps with our body's circadian rhythm, which is basically our body's 24-hour internal clock. Screens produce blue light. While light of any kind, especially LED lights or energy-saving lights, but literally any kind of artificial light, will suppress the production and secretion of melatonin. But blue light suppresses melatonin for twice as long. If you work at night or use a lot of technology at night, consider wearing blue light blocking glasses or installing an app that filters out the blue-green lights at night, which the newer iPhones do this naturally on their own. You can adjust that on your phone. If you like to use night lights, then consider using red light for night lights. Red light is less likely to shift our circadian rhythm and suppress melatonin. Turn off the Wi-Fi at night and put your phone on airplane mode. Constant exposure to EMF devices also suppresses melatonin. Adjust your sleep schedule as much as possible according to the sun. I know it's not completely possible with the lifestyles we lead, but as much as you can, it would be very beneficial for your body. And the last free way to change your health for the better is grounding. Grounding, also called earthing, is basically the practice of connecting your body to the natural electrical charge of the earth. The earth is abundant in negatively charged free electrons that, when connected to the body, can help neutralize free radicals, which provides antioxidant and immune boosting properties. Grounding can also reduce fatigue and increase energy. It can reduce chronic pain and inflammation. It can enhance your mood and reduce blood pressure and hypertension. It can support heart health, and it can improve sleep quality. And there are many more benefits that grounding can give. Grounding is as simple as walking barefoot outside or swimming in natural bodies of water. My favorite way and most practical way, obviously, is literally just going outside barefoot and standing in the dirt or on the grass. So that's it, my friends. I hope that you can see positive changes in your health in your body, in your energy, in your sleep by implementing these changes, these practices. They are free ways. All they need is time and a little bit of effort, but they are so worth it. They've been life-changing for me and my family, and I'm sure they could be life-changing for you this year as well. Let me know in the comments below of free ways that you have improved your health for the better. I am curious to know more and to learn more. And if you haven't already watched the previous video, please go and do so, because I talk about the two biggest things that have impacted my life in a better way. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.